A hiking one or a waterfall one?
Because it'll happen, it's usually a period of time.
It is 9 o'clock, I'm gonna call the meeting to order, July 15th, 2022.
Cool, guys.
LaSalle County Tourism. We'll do a roll call since we have somebody on WebEx. Kathy Owens here, Joe Osipinski.
Here.
Doug Stockley.
Here.
Tom Green. Tom, you on WebEx?
I'm here. I had to get to the mute button.
Okay. Ron Blue,
Aye.
Dave Torres.
Here.
Okay. So, next on the agenda is the approval of the previous meeting minutes. Everybody's had a chance to read them. I have a motion by Doug, second by Kathy. Any questions? Additions, deletions to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The bills. Do you have any bills this month?
Yeah.
There was one over here. There you go.
Everybody's had a chance to see these then? So we have bills in the amount of $25,800 to Starbrook Lodge for their funding request. I need a motion by Dave, second by Joe, to pay the bills in the amount of $25,800. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, citizen comment. Nobody?
Let's be quiet today.
You know what'll happen now.
That's right. Yeah, I'm stirred up.
Coalition update.
Well, we have a quiet summer. Our campaigns are all running and in place. Everyone here is invited to the next quarterly meeting of the coalition, which is going to be on Tuesday, September 6th at the Village Hall or City Hall in Streeter. Kurt Pedi offered that place and his wife is the acting mayor, so we're all eager to go down to Streeter. Our former chef Charlie is opening a restaurant there and we want to see the murals and some new shops that they have. So you're all invited. That's all I have.
What time was that, Kathy?
9 a.m.
Kathy, Chef Charlie
Kleinfilter.
from Depew.
Yeah.
He is out at Starbrook now.
No, he left quite some time ago. He's opening a restaurant, or he's being the chef at a restaurant there called The Vault. Right, Brian?
Oh, in Streeter.
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been there, but I'm curious to learn more. He's posting pictures on Facebook of his entrees that he's making.
It's
but-
opening right around the time of our meetings.
Is it? Okay. Well, any growth is good.
Yeah. That's good for Streeter.
Yeah.
Inside of the building is beautiful.
I've heard that, so I can't wait to see it.
So Tom, is it an old bank? That
Yeah,
they're
it's
calling it a vault?
old Centru, Union Bank, whatever, Midland. They sold it to Rick Wilkinson, and he renovated it. It's got the big bank vault that they've put tables in and all bars. It kind of I like a speakeasy, I guess, sort of decor. A lot of exposed wrought iron and stuff like that. They've done a really, really nice job.
Oh,
Well, maybe we'll plan a dinner meeting then.
yeah, just get
It'll
locked
be
in
a night
there.
out.
Locked in the vault. Okay, coalition update. No, sorry. Heritage Quarter update.
Thank you. As Kathy mentioned, the commercials are running. We also are doing a new commercial for Starbrook Lodge that starts actually today, Friday, so that's exciting. So there should be some things out there both digitally and on the airwaves for LaSalle County and the area. Our office has been quite busy with this $1.5 million Route 66 grant that has to be encumbered and distributed and and project's finished here by the end of August. So we are very busy with that grant from DCEO. Our welcome center's open 7 days a week, noon to 6, and we are hiring. So Mariah, who works for me doing video, is leaving us, and she's does a lot of our video, our social media, content creation, that kind of thing. So if you know of a young person or old person, doesn't really matter, I guess, that has that skill to do video editing and writing and content creation, send them our way, because we are going to be hiring. And then we're also looking at creating a new position around our members and doing some membership development stuff. So if you know of anyone interested in working, send them our way. And this summer we have Lauren Klein working at our Welcome Center as a summer intern. She's a student at U of I, and she's been doing some social media posts for us and some little programs and events with some of our vendors of the products that we have there at the store. And she's getting out and about telling some of the local businesses about what we have there at the store. So we're very fortunate to have Lauren. She also is an intern or interning with Instal Shrimp as well. So we're doing that cross promotion with the two entities. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Okay, the next set of funding requests are due on August 15th. So we can move on to new business now. The digital sign, of course, is still on the agenda. We'll be waiting to see what happens with the ARPA money on that. Okay, so our funding request options, that is on there. For those who, and we had this happen when somebody didn't get their funding request in on time, we were thinking that we could offer them the social media and a billboard. Right, was it social media, not billboard? Just the social media is what we talked about?
The social media, but then the billboard would be an option too, because the red card is what takes the longest.
Right.
Social media and billboard doesn't take as long, so, you know, we want to be able to promote everybody's requests, and since this has happened a few times, it's just something that we can throw out there as an option.
Just wanted to bring it to the committee to see what you thought about those who do not get their requests in on time. We could at least give them the social media.
I just wanted to ask the committee, as we go into 2023, to consider something that I'm dealing with from new business owners in LaSalle County. There's an artist in Utica. It's just one example of a new business owner who is not nonprofit, and he's struggling, as a lot of new businesses are who've lived through the pandemic, and now they're trying to market their businesses and they're having a lot of trouble. Small business, new business. So we don't have, our funding requests are only for events and festivals and nonprofit. So we don't have a component to support our own new businesses in LaSalle County, and I just think it's something that we should consider.
There's other resources for that, the Small Business Development Center.
I sent them there.
Versus, yeah, I don't think that should be hotel tax. But,
Okay, because they don't contribute.
okay.
Okay, well, there you go. I did send it to the Small Business Association. I gave them a lot of other suggestions. You're right, Bob.
Yeah, we could probably create some issues if we, as much as I would love to help everybody, I think our
No, you're right.
rules that we have to
This is
follow
true.
are pretty
This is true.
black and white.
Yeah.
It's hard there. It's hard, because you're a nurse.
You might help, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about helping, Joe, you're looking at me already, very.
What do you want me to look at?
Well, I want you to have more like a, oh, well, maybe that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so,
Well, just to refresh everybody about the RAD card, the RAD card comes with 3 months of distribution. And so they, in order for that, with you accepting them quarterly, they really need to have at least about 6 months before their event, get that in, get that turned in, get the card designed, printed, and then distributed for 3 months. So you're talking about being able to help some of the events that aren't quite as prepared or aren't quite ready to advertise and promote. And so social media and billboard could offer those options. But the wrap card, you really want that 3 months of distribution because you want people to know about the event and have that out there.
And the turnaround time on that, Bob,
Takes
is
longer to
what,
design
is
it,
what
print it.
happens. If they get it in late, we can't do the wrap cards because of the design and
Right.
the printing, so.
And some of them had just said, well, just give us the wrap card when it's only like, you know, they've only had it for 3 or 4 weeks and we didn't get the full 3 months of distribution. And then with supply chain issues, we've had trouble getting cards printed quickly. So there's paper shortages, paper's going up. So yeah, that's a little bit longer in your planning cycle. You know, you need that 3 to 6 months to really promote them.
So, in regards to what Kathy said, is there a vehicle that, business owners in LaSalle County could appeal to us for, Facebook ads or something of that nature, not necessarily, cards or anything else like that?
Well, Bob's right, they don't contribute to the goal of the tourism group is overnight stays, and those small businesses aren't contributing tax, and so that was the rationale a long time ago when the tourism group was established.
In order to collect the tax, the money has to be reinvested in promoting lodging.
Primarily.
But we also do
Yeah, but you're also-
non-profits. We do monthly
So it's just
non-profit.
promotion of lodging and not necessarily of tourism business?
Right, that's the reason that the tourism committee was set up, I believe. This was before me, but it
That's
was
true.
Before me.
for us to collect the pillow tax, we had to form this tourism committee. And that money that we collect has to go back to them.
It's restricted.
Okay.
But we do non-for-profits.
That's acceptable.
When they come to us, an example is
Sweet Corn Festival.
Sweet Corn Fest, or the
Fireworks.
fireworks,
Burgoo.
Streeter, Burgoo,
But all those nonprofits, you're evaluating that and on how that event or festival is generating overnight stays for the community. So they're related, even though they're nonprofit groups. It's, you know, how are they contributing to your economic development of the tourism market here?
Okay, so to get back to what is on the agenda is what as a committee, how do you feel about helping people who did not get their funding requests in on time and helping them out with some advertising on social media?
We can do that.
Are you thinking it's digital TV?
What does everybody think? Joe, you're still looking at me with a side eye.
Yeah, I'll just look like this.
Okay, so tell me,
Well, you know how I feel about this. Why, you know, what's the reason for them not getting the request in on time?
I don't know,
You know, I mean,
time goes
if
by.
it meant that much to me, you think they'd get the request in on time?
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, but you know,
This was supposed to be more towards kind of that, but it was also supposed to be more towards the people who didn't know about it and they sent in they wanted to send in a funding request, like the last guy wanted to send in a funding request and he didn't know about it, but his event is in September, but they're not due until August to be presented in September. We didn't wanna like miss out on promoting events for people, so it's just something that popped up that, hey, maybe we could just give them some social media for them to promote their event. Because this has happened more than once, and we don't wanna not promote events, but we wanna be able to promote all events out there to bring people to the county, so it's just an idea that came up. But, I mean, I understand what you're saying, because people should know, that people should be submitting their stuff on time, because an email is sent out to remind everybody to submit their stuff in a certain amount of time, so I get what you're saying, we don't wanna be able to, we don't wanna give those people the request that they didn't listen to the instructions.
But there could also be new events that come up and they didn't know it.
Yeah.
now that I can understand. Yes.
Okay, so do you wanna put like a little asterisk, only new event?
We could.
Joe asterisk, or asterisk, new event, and then we'll help. So. Kathy, you okay with it?
I am okay with it. I get the follow the rules or don't follow the rules thing, which is where Joe's coming from. He's a follow the rules kind of guy.
After yesterday.
But then on the other hand,
Stop.
you know, we can't do the rat cards because it takes too long and we don't have time to promote that by rat cards, but the social media and the billboard is workable.
I mean, I could see it if they were, over the years, they've been constantly,
Yeah.
you know, that we can see a pattern,
And
but.
we don't have that, really.
But it has happened a couple times, unfortunately. So that's what started this whole conversation. What could we do for them if they're not late chronically? So, Mike, I know you've got a question on it.
Yeah, the question that I have is that administrative expense, just to provide for social media, is that very difficult? How much time does that take to post for these groups that figure, oh, hey, I forgot about getting to the tourism committee to do some marketing for me?
Ryan,
It seems
probably can
as if-
answer that.
We do that with Shaw Media as part of the services that's part of provide.
We render
Yeah.
it, so.
There's no additional cost there.
If I call today and say, oh, by the way, we would like to, in the next week or two, put something on your social media Facebook account, is that doable, and does it really tie up what we do have with the contract for the provider?
Totally doable.
Ryan?
Yeah, very, very doable, that's no problem at all. We could probably be plugging it either way, just, it's nice to have them involved in the process, so I'm all for it.
But we don't let somebody out of the blue call up and say, hey, I have an event tomorrow, you can go to it. I'm looking for, like, I can't remember the name of the event the guy asked for last month, but it's like a major event that either they didn't know that the tourism did this and someone out of the blue told them about it, or it's a big event coming up. I'm not looking for some barbecue that, you know, they're raising money for. You know what I
It would
mean?
still be on your
I'm looking for-
agendas.
Huh?
Yeah, they would still come on your agenda, right? You
Well, I
decide
mean-
here.
I'm looking for like the big events that happen around here, a big huge car show or something that will bring people to the county, or that's what I'm looking for, is a bigger event. I'm not looking for someone to call me and say they need stuff put on there the next day. That's not what we are getting at. We're getting at this gentleman who's having an event come up in September, but funding requests were presented in September. We wanna offer them, hey, but we can do the social media for you, we can do a billboard, that kind of thing.
Dave?
To Bob's point, I think there should be a month lead time so it can be addressed at this committee. Will you?
Oh, it won't be approved, it'll be approved by the committee, it'll be brought to committee. I would bring it to the committee, I don't.
We need to, depends when they call, but how much time?
Right.
It's gotta be on this agenda before it's approved, so what would the timeline be?
Well, we just, if they ask or they email, I'd have to just see where we were at in the month, when the tourism meeting
And that would
is,
determine,
and when the event is.
that would determine how we address it.
Well, yeah, it would just be put on the agenda under new business, put the name of the event, the date of the event, just make you guys aware that this is happening.
Or we could go back to doing funding requests every month instead of the quarterly.
If something like this arises, yes.
And that's what we could, I think that's what the purpose of this is for those events that maybe sneak in between the quarters, that we can't have that turnaround time. Yeah, we can do this for you. We can't do the grant cards, but we can do social media
Yeah.
because of our quarterly timeline.
But then, fashion yourself a schedule that is going to be coming before the committee and then going before the Facebook post or whatever they are, so that there's some timeline that when Amanda gets a call or email, basically be able to have an idea if it's gonna be able to get on the agenda and move forward from that as this type of an exception.
You're right, because what happens if somebody calls her on Monday about an event and we just had a meeting on Friday? And it's going to take place between then and our next meeting in August. Then what do we do?
Yeah, see, that won't
That won't work,
be feasible,
right?
unless,
That's the month, that's what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I don't know how to say it. Snooze, you lose.
Unless she
It's
sends out an
unfortunate
email.
If you're planning it,
Yeah, go ahead,
if you're planning an event, you should have
you
a
should.
halfway decent marketing program available.
I know what you're
Like
saying.
revisiting my comment on social media, not to burden the staff here at the county and or Shaw Media, if it's just as easy to be able to sit down and post something out of courtesy, that's good for tourism. Visiting the rack card thing we've seen nowadays, where the printed material is more or less evaporating. People are more adapting to the fact is that social media is the go-to. Apps on the phone, events planning and stuff like that. If I'm speaking outside, it's almost like printed material. Over in our area, they spent quite a bit of money on our local summer event. And I don't know if it really helped bring people to the community, because the days I was there, I saw the same faces. I didn't see any outside foreign faces.
At the LaSalle Carnival?
Yeah,
The LaSalle
yeah,
Fest?
yeah.
I agree with that too, so we just have to decide, is it something that you think will be too many moving parts? That it'll cause too much confusion, or do we do it if they call before the next meeting? And the event is within that time frame, or would that be?
We're already overthinking this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
So, what do you wanna do, just forget it, leave it like it is?
Make it sound so bad.
Well, it's not bad, but we had a discussion and maybe it's not feasible to do, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Just leave it as it is.
that's my opinion.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll just leave it,
Okay,
maybe we can revisit it
Yeah.
Congratulations.
next year. Okay, moving on. We also would like to have for discussion a second billboard. Bob brought us a, does everybody have this? Of where we could put a second billboard. Bob, is there anything going, west, coming from the Quad Cities?
We have requested some Quad Cities locations, I don't have them yet. So these are the only one, these locations are all east. So there are other options, I just don't have them yet.
I think that would be a good spot for one, because the Quad Cities are really, city, yeah, it's an uptick from them. So it would be nice to get one on 80
Coming this way.
coming this way.
Yeah, we put in a request, so what we asked for were boards that were available for a year-long commitment like your current, so,
Would it be with the same company?
yes,
And it would be digital?
yes. Yeah, so we're trying that company first, if they don't have anything that you want, then we'll go out to some other companies, there's 5 or 6 billboard companies we deal with.
Okay.
But we're going to the company that you currently have your board with now.
Doug, did you have a question?
Current board is at 80 and 55.
Yeah, it's about 80-55.
It's a little farther east than 55. It's right
Yeah, it's like a-
after you come over the bridge, coming east on 80, like by the Center Street,
Yeah, right
Yeah,
before
by
Center
Center
Street,
right before Center Street.
Yeah, right before Center Street. Center Street would be the next exit after you see your board. You see your board and then you could exit off Center Street, yeah.
So, what would be at August meeting then, would you have some more information for us on this?
Yeah, I can get more
I would
information.
like to stay
Are
with the
any of
same
these of
company.
interest? Any of these 4 boards of interest? Or you wanna concentrate over, West.
That's just my opinion, I don't know what the, Dave?
Is Rockford on the bottom all the time?
I mean, Rockford is consistently in the top like 5 or 6, so I.
There's nothing up there either.
No, we only have one.
Correct.
We only have the one billboard.
That
But we
would
do
saturate, that
have,
would saturate just that one.
so Rockford, you do pull from Rockford, but you've got much more competition with people going into Wisconsin.
Yes.
So, where you are pulling more people traditionally from Quad Cities, easier on 80. I mean, it just depends on what you're gonna put on the board. I would definitely do an outdoor recreation shop and maybe one of the waterfalls or something like that, but, we could be either place, we just have to see what's available.
so, yeah, Doug, go ahead.
What's the cost?
So there's, in your packet, there's 2 different size boards. The smaller board is about 11,000 a year, and the bigger board is 16,500 a year. So there's 2 different sizes.
And how much are we paying now, Bob, for the year?
I think we pay 7.
Almost,
Yeah, I think
Almost
it's
17,000.
Yeah,
a little less.
it's like 16,500. I think it's similar to the larger board here, because it's you buy your billboards in 4-week increments, and so that's 13 weeks for the year, or 13 installments for the year, gives you the full year.
So what, and we do get them cheaper if we buy it for
So
the
we-
whole year.
Yeah, so they are giving us a discount based on the fact that you're prepaying it, and they're also giving us a discount that we're nonprofit. So we get those 2 discounts in these rates.
And I think it,
You don't have to do a whole year, I mean, if you wanna just go.
no, I think we
You
should,
wanna, yeah, I mean, I think it's easier for your budgeting and, the whole year commitment, but,
yes.
I mean, you could do an option where you just say, well, we're gonna pick it up for the spring season and do spring, I mean, you could do that,
I think with the money that we save for the year, and it's easy to change the events, correct? We do use it for
the
events,
electronic boards
so-
are easy to change.
are easy to change, so I really would like to explore the idea of 80
Okay.
coming from the Quad Cities.
Yeah, I don't have that information yet, but we did request it.
And I would like to stay with the same company if we can. So could you bring that back to us in August if
Yep.
everybody's in agreement that we should look into this? Because we do have the money. And I think it would be money well invested.
And then you'd have one on the east and one on the
On the
west,
west.
it makes,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it
then
makes sense.
maybe next year
People
we
start
could
thinking of you right in the center
go
there.
north and south.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll wait to hear from you then, Bob. Okay, the budget will be coming up. Amanda will start working on that for August or September. Okay, going into old business, nothing new on that trail and parking at the newly acquired land.
I did speak with one of the Illinois Department of Conservation officers,
About that,
a little bit. The area on the Vermilion River into the Illinois is the first spot they're gonna develop. Right there in Jonesville.
oh,
Big Vermillion, not the little,
Uh-huh.
Big Vermillion comes into the Illinois, just to the left. Used to be known as Marquette Docks.
What was it?
Marquette Docks, what it used to be.
Is that,
When we were at that meeting in
going east and then turn around down the bottom of the hill there?
coming off of 71.
And that's part of this newly acquired land by the
Yeah.
state?
Yeah, it's still part of that quarry.
Mm.
Do they have a timeline for that yet?
No,
Okay, thank you.
but that's what they're gonna develop first. Yeah.
Well, we'll keep it on the agenda. The American Rescue Plan Bob presented to the Finance Committee, so that's in the works. Okay, visitor guide distribution update, Ryan?
So that's the back of your packet here. We've distributed 287 of the boxes of 100 guides. That leaves us with 263, so that's really good. A little better stock than last year as far as summer distribution goes. If anybody hears of anybody that needs more guides or hasn't gotten a shipment yet by some chance, just give me a shout and we'll get it taken care of.
Do we have any e-blasts?
No e-blast.
No blast? Okay, Facebook and Instagram updates?
Yep, so this is the first month with Matt Klein's commercials dropping online, and they're doing really well, particularly the grandfather one at the cabin. That did some good numbers. So Facebook accounts reached 11,539. That's an increase of 107 followers from the prior month. Let's see here. Now, 9,916 engagements. That's 287 engagements over the past month. And website traffic was up as well. We had 10 Facebook posts and stories, and 9 over on Instagram for that month. And again, Quad Cities is kind of top market for that area on Instagram. Yeah, and web traffic, 3,426 new users, total of 4,753 users overall. And that's it.
Okay, any questions for Ryan on that? Okay, nothing for the guidelines, Senate and House bills, nothing. That's it then. Mike?
I had gotten a call from the LaSalle County Historical Society. And because of the support that the Tourism Committee has given the Historical Society over the years, what they are going to establish now is waiving all fees and costs for anyone wanting to visit the museum complex. They felt because of the impact over the last couple of years to create an environment, the Historical Society, to bring LaSalle County's history to the forefront and to provide a family environment so that people can come out and have things to do that doesn't cost them a lot of money. They realize the impact of all of the stuff that goes on in the business world or whatever, but because of the support and some of the marketing that the Tourism Committee has done for the Historical Society, they want to show their appreciation by providing that gift to the general public, and hoping that it marries with the business community in Utica, that they're doing the right thing for visitors that come into LaSalle County. So I guess my shameless plug is, when they come to the point in our ARPA funding, that we really consider where we're at with the economic benefit that we have through Heritage Corridor, our groups of people, the not-for-profits, to provide for that leisure community, the quality of life environment. Starbrook Lodge is included in that, a lot of them, so. It's a big benefit for us. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, just need a motion to adjourn. Mr. Wu? Second by Mr. Torres, all in favor?
Aye.